Q.com to get the lowest price guaranteed. La Quinta. Golden Corral, the best buffet in the USA. Now serving breakfast for lunch and dinner. And T-Mobile. Switch to the Data Strong network.
The trees have leaves made of money on Revis Island. He's heading back to New York. His new deal makes him the best-paid cornerback in NFL history.
Right sideline, intercepted, picked off by Revis, down the sideline. Perfect coverage by Darrelle Revis, hit and intercepted, picked off. There goes Darrelle Revis down the sideline.
I follow the best receiver around every time. That's just how I play.
The ball is intercepted by Revis in the end zone to the 20, the 30, midfield. He's gone. He will walk into the end zone for a New York Jets touchdown.
My offensive days right there.
The boy is nice, and we know Florham Park, New Jersey, where we are right now, was very excited, New York, New Jersey, when you decided to return back here. 9 NFL seasons, just won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank
Darrelle
you.
Revis, we're on Revis Island right now. But let's start with the Patriots.
Yes.
Is this Jets defense going to be better than the Patriots defense last season?
I don't want to make predictions. Last year's team in New England, we did pretty well. We gelled really well, and we had all the pieces together. With this team this year on Jets defense, I think our defensive line is probably our strongest position. We are stacked in the secondary as well with depth. So it's kind of similar. We had a lot of depth last year in New England, and then we do this year in New York.
How is life different for you right now? Because you're here with the Jets, back with the Jets, but Revis Island and all of that stuff aside, you are now here as a Super Bowl champion. How is it different for you right now compared to what it was like for you when you were previously with the Jets?
I think now, I'm a veteran now. I'm a vet, and I have a lot of more experience. I think, going to Tampa under Greg Schiano, learning from him, and then going up to New England and learning from Bill, and then now coming back here, I think I learned a lot of football in those 2 years, and it brought me right back to New York, and then now I can, learn from Todd Bowles and his system as well. So I think those pit stops I took has helped me mature and grow a lot as a player.
Your man Brandon Marshall just proclaimed you sitting in that chair the greatest cornerback ever, he said, ever. Yeah. And I apologize beforehand. I got a problem with it. I covered the great Deion Sanders. Yes. I am old school. Deion is 1 and you are 1A, or obviously 2 in my book. Your thoughts on that?
I know we joked about that a little bit before. I think everybody feels like they're the number one, especially when you play at a high level. I mean, it goes with the Peyton Manning, Tom Brady rivalry. Me and Richard Sherman had our spill. So I think everybody feels like they're the number one guy. I think the guys that are playing right now, we still have a lot of work to do. But our body of work speaks.
But it's safe to say you think you're the best ever.
I'm not going.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
I'm not going.
Don't be shy.
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to disrespect or knock anybody's what they built. I mean, Deion is awesome. I actually learned from Deion. I watched a lot of his film. I watched Mel Blunt's film, Rod Woodson's film, so Dal Green. So I mean, I can't sit there and knock. I mean, thanks, Brandon, for the compliment.
You know what I'm interested in? I'm interested in what your definition of an elite corner is in the NFL, because when we think about Richard Sherman, he plays one side of the ball. They talk about they could put you could go anywhere. Yes. You could play wide, you could play in the slot. It doesn't matter. Put you on a man one-on-one. You're not having zone protection or anything like that. You're going to man up and do your thing. What is the appropriate criteria for the elite cornerback in the NFL in your estimation?
Stephen A., I think the ideal cornerback is a corner who can cover, who can take out the number one guy, who can play inside, who can play outside, who can tackle, especially in the run game, who can come up and really stick their nose in there and tackle guys. And I think that's I call that the all-around cornerback who can come up and cover and take a number one out, but also be able to come up in the run game and
not necessarily play not necessarily play just one side of the field. You can play them anywhere, is what you say. Anywhere.
I think you can put them anywhere. I think these days it's a passing game, it's a passing league, and these coordinators are very smart. It's a lot of great wide receivers, and game planning wise, to sit there and come into a game and sit here and say, hey, when this cornerback is on you, do not throw to the side. Or if he's lined up on our number one receiver, be cautious of throwing to that side.
Gotcha.
Speaking of New England, how do you feel knowing Tom Brady the way you do about the national perception that he cheated and lied about it?
I think it's dragged a little bit too far. It's a little bit too much. I feel that he got the suspension to 4 games and live with it. I mean, I don't know all the information. I don't know everything about the whole situation, but Tom, I know he's a competitor. I know he wants to win, and it's unfortunate what's going on right now with the situation. And we'll see Wednesday how this pans out. But overall, I just think it's dragged on a little bit too long with the whole Deflategate.
But just for clarification purposes, when you say he should live with it, do you mean that the 4-game suspension he should just accept it and move on?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's already. I don't think you can try to.
He is trying to overturn it.
He's trying to overturn
it. He's trying to get it overturned.
Right. I think him and his team is trying to do the best thing to overturn it. But Roger already gave him the suspension and what is $1 million?
$1 million, team fine, plus confiscation of 1st and 4th round pick, and for Tom Brady, the 4-game suspension.
Yeah, and I guess he's trying to state his case that he's innocent. So I guess we'll see over Wednesday.
So being in that locker room last year, did you ever hear even any whispers about Tom or the equipment people tampering with the footballs?
No. After that game, going into the Super Bowl, Tom spoke to the team, and it seemed like he was very hurt about what was being said about the Deflategate and what was saying about him, and I think he just tried to clear the air in that moment, and then after the Super Bowl we won, it just blew up to a bigger issue.
Was he more convincing talking to the team about his innocence than he was in the press conference when he didn't? He seemed a little wishy-washy about whether he cheated or not.
Yeah, he did. He sounded like his approach was really he felt like very hurt by it, and that he was being accused for something he didn't do.
With that being said, let's get back to this stuff about the New York Jets this year, because I think that with all the changes, particularly losing you, I still think New England should be the favorite because they'll have Tom Brady. In the end, however, with this defense and with some of the components you've added to the offensive side of the ball with Bowles as your new coach, a lot of people, myself included, believe you might have a shot to make things at least very interesting in the AFC East. How are you feeling about your team right now?
I think we're feeling very confident. We know how the Deflategate thing is panning out. We're not worried about that. Whoever's on the schedule, we have to line up and play football, and we know New England is they always contending every year to win a division. So if this was in the talks or not, we have to go out there and execute.
How you feeling about Bowles as your new coach? Because you played under Rex Ryan for a few years.
Yes.
Talk to me about Todd Bowles and your thoughts about him.
I think he's awesome, man. I followed Antonio Cromartie last year and when he was in Arizona playing under Todd Bowles, and their defense was pretty awesome. They were in every top category as a defense that you can think of. But having him and being around him now, I'm looking at it, me being a vet, is just taking more of a learning curve and to be able to learn from him in the system.
Key difference between Bowles and Rex Ryan?
They're similar in a lot of ways. The schemes is, it's a lot of aggression. It's very, very physical football. And we attack opposing offense.
How about their personalities?
Rex is Rex, and Todd is a little bit more a laid-back guy, and I'll say that he's a little bit more laid-back than Rex.
You're a Super Bowl champion. You're widely recognized as the best cornerback in football, and you got a new huge contract.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like there would be too much pressure on you, but how are you feeling about that?
There's two ways to handle pressure. You either feel it or you apply it. That's how I approach it. And
I like that.
I like
Stealing
to.
that.
I believe in that. I believe in that.
I like to apply the pressure, but at the same time, no, man, I'm enjoying my career. I'm going into my 9th year. I've been here 6, and I've been here 6 out of my 9 years, and I'll continue to, to play out my career and hopefully rack up a couple more championships if I could.
So from what you've seen so far, your quarterback should be whom?
It's interesting right now, the quarterback competition. Both guys are doing great. Fitz, he was under Chan Gailey in Buffalo, and I played against him a lot, and very confident in what he brings to the table, and also very confident in what Geno's bringing to the table as well. I haven't picked him off yet in practice, so he's doing a great job of not turning over the ball. So this is great, man. We'll see how it pans out and get ready for the season.
I know this much. He ain't throw no interceptions against you and Cromartie and screening the boys. He damn sure better not throw interceptions come the season if he ain't getting intercepted by y'all. You heard me. I said it. You can't say that. That's right. That's right. Please.
Very true. Darrelle, thank you so much for joining us. It's good to see you back in green.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
He'll be trying to bring a championship here to the New York Jets. Tomorrow will be where he just won a championship with the New England Patriots. First Take continues our road trip, day 3 from Foxborough on ESPN2. Join us tomorrow, and thank you so much for hanging with us.